What's up, SNA fans? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video, episode 171 of the SNA podcast, the wrestling news, where I'm going to be talking about the wildest wrestling news stories and rumors that you SNA fans need to know from the Sportskeeda article on December 12th, 2023. And we're going to be starting off today with a message to CM Punk with saying, "That's my brother, that's my friend, female ex WWE star sends." Oh yeah, we got a former WWE star sends a message to CM Punk of saying, "That's my brother, that's my friend." Then CM Punk cut a solid promo on last night's episode of Monday Night Raw with his highly anticipated interaction with Seth Rollins, getting most of the attention. However, another moment stuck out in a good way. While speaking about the start of his career, of his WWE career, I should say, Punk brought up Mickie James. He made his first appearance in the company alongside her on Sunday Night Heat in 2005 before being sent to OVW, which stands for Ohio Valley Wrestling, by the way. The two have since gone on to become close friends, and they remain so today. James has responded to CM Punk saying her name on Raw. The five-time WWE Women's Champion tweeted a clip of the moment with a heartfelt message to the straight edge superstar, and called him her brother, indicating she was touched by it. She said, "That's my brother, that's my friend." CM Punk tweeted Mickie James along with a heart emoji. And what's your thoughts on that? And I just mentioned that they were even teaming with Raven in their in Ring of Honor, I believe, or with the TNA. Either way, they were teaming with him as the new members of the Ravens flock, I believe. And then that's when afterwards they went to WWE, signed with their company. I think they become big stars in their respective careers since in WWE in 2006, I believe. Yeah, like with CM Punk being like the star on the new and revamped WWE version of ECW, and Mickie James became the stalker fan character of Trish Stratus at that year. What's your thoughts about it on her message about that? Like, what you thought about that message on? Leave down in the comments below, and then Mickie James should have convinced Nick Aldis to try to offer him a contract on that night on SmackDown. But if he did that, then he wouldn't have a chance to choose tonight, which he has some reasons to to be on SmackDown, which we all know that. LOL. Well, I understand why I said LOL if I'm not messaging anything. So, hey, did myself. But yeah, let's move on to the next wrestling news. Or first, wait. And she also spoke, speaking on the Busted Open radio shortly after Punk's return at Survivor Series. Mickey James commented on their friendship. She feels the Chicago native is misunderstood because of how he doesn't play that game of telling people what they want to hear. Which I'm not sure if I ever talked about that before, but I think I heard about it. Heartwarming message from his former colleague and real life best friend. Next up, some more CM Punk news. Is CM Punk slapped with same storyline as Raw star from 6 weeks ago. Feels former WWE writer feels former WWE writer executive not executive exclusive. 6-time WW 6 weeks ago feels WWE former writer. I said executive. No, my bad. But anyways, former WWE employee and head writer Vince Russo feels the company has CM Punk in the same position Jey Uso was a few weeks ago. Say, now to mention it, now that Vince Russo is mentioning this, I've even brought this up last night on the SNA podcast, and I was thinking the same thing, like on the Raw review, of course. But anyways, the best in the world returned to WWE at Survivor Series. It was a polarizing comeback as several members of the locker room were glad to have him back. But a few stars took issue with it. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre were two names that Punk possibly didn't that did not take Punk's comeback too kindly. On the excuse me, on the latest episode of Legion of Raw, Vince Russo pointed out that Punk was the same with CM Punk was in the same angle that WWE ran with Jey Uso a few weeks ago. He mentioned how how people were unhappy when Cody Rhodes brought Jey Uso to Raw, and now the same things are happening with with CM Punk. Like, we got we got to keep in mind Jay was not been on the roster for that long. And remember, with Jay, it was who wanted him here. He like who didn't want him to remember how he talked about that he could like, like, that could be interesting. We went from that story on Jay uh, to literally 6 weeks later. Now that's CM Punk's story. What's Jay's story now? That's which is on the article of 11:35 onwards. CM Punk came face to face with Seth Rollins this week. The two exchanged a few words and finally announced that he was entering the Royal Rumble. He hinted that he could come after the Visionary if he won the match. Would and yeah, what do you think? What do you think about that? Like I said yesterday, and I'll say it again. What you thought about Seth Rollins winning the Rumble and in main event in WrestleMania? Which maybe comes to think of it, like I think CM Punk now should win the Royal Rumble, but give Cody Rhodes an opportunity to face Roman Reigns while he face Seth Rollins in the main event of WrestleMania. So Cody Rhodes can finish the story, become the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, and I can see CM Punk finally main event in WrestleMania, which we have Cody and Rollins like that have left WWE with Cody Rhodes leaving and been gone for half a dozen, if not half a decade ago, while CM Punk left a decade ago, and 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 now they finally have their chance of achieving their dreams with Cody Rhodes finally finishing the story, becoming WWE champion, and CM Punk uh, finishing his story of main event in WrestleMania. I like it. I love hearing this from the former WWE. I mean, from the former AEW wrestlers that left WWE. But Cody Rhodes made AEW like 3 years after he left, while CM Punk joined AEW 7 years when he left WWE. And most importantly, do you agree with Vince Russo's statement on CM Punk's character? CM Punk's storyline, I should say, on the Raw with him coming back, with him getting the unforgiving treatment from Seth Rollins, like something similar to Drew McIntyre, similar to Drew McIntyre with Jay Uso. Well, Jay Uso with Drew McIntyre said like Nick Aldis, take CM Punk to your like take CM Punk to your sign with your brand because we sure as hell don't need him. And I know I should know because I have my fair share of experience with Punk. But yeah, like I think Mickey James would have loved that, which I didn't realize that until I was until while doing this wrestling news video, and I apologize for that, by the way. Like, but yeah, I I think I agree on one thing about this. Like, it's it's showing that they're making CM Punk like Jey Uso, with Seth Rollins being like the Drew McIntyre in this feud. And I think that Drew McIntyre's going to convince Seth Rollins. Let's hope he don't turn into a heel, like slowly but surely. Even though CM Punk is too over of being a baby, too over to be the heel. But what's your thoughts about this? I think I agree with him in a way, and I even thought of the same thing. And I didn't need to have Vince Russo, to be make me convinced that they're leading to this wave, like with Seth Rollins is like Drew McIntyre, and then CM Punk's like Jey Uso, with a couple of wrestlers not convinced that he's back and he's the same person like he was before, but he changed like Jey Uso. But like, what's your thoughts on that? And I'm not sure if it's needed, but the only thing I would like about it is because of we'll have this feud with Seth Rollins and CM Punk, and they could build this up until the main event of WrestleMania 40. What if it's night 1 or night 2? But I would like to see it, and also CM Punk's finally achieving his dream of main event in WrestleMania. Let's move on to the next wrestling news. Says former WWE employee questions the idea behind having CM Punk and Randy Orton on different brands exclusively. Former WWE head writer Vince Russo also added onto his podcast recently came down hard on the company for sticking to the brand split and having top stars like CM Punk and Randy Orton on separate brands. This week on the Monday night show, Punk came out and signed a contract to be an exclusive member of Raw. This was a major steal for Adam Pearce and the Red brand after Randy Orton decided to move to SmackDown after his return from Survivor Series. This week on Legion, on this week, also speaking on his Legions of Raw podcast, Vince Russo questioned question need for a brand split in WWE's current landscape. He mentioned that the company didn't have many major stars as they had back in the day, and the likes of CM Punk and Randy Orton should ideally be on both shows, he said. Somebody needs to explain this to me because I watched SmackDown and I watched Raw tonight. Are they freaking kidding me with its the same company, but SmackDown is SmackDown is vying for was vying for them. Can somebody please explain to me why the top stars are not on both shows? He continued, why can't it be the WWE? Why can we get Randy and CM Punk on both shows? Can on the same show. Like, can somebody please explain that to me from the article 255 onwards on here? This week, CM Punk also announced that he that he will be entering the Royal Rumble. It will be interesting to see if the best in the world can win the match and then go on to challenge Seth Rollins at WrestleMania and achieve his dream of main eventing in the process. But what's your thoughts about Vince Russo? Do you agree with him about Randy Orton and CM Punk should be on the same show, whether if it's on Raw or SmackDown? Which I don't think they should have. They should have exactly put them on the same show, unless it makes sense. It makes storyline sense. But I don't agree. I think CM Punk should have been on Raw and then Randy Orton on SmackDown because it tells so much story. And then even if CM Punk does get drafted to SmackDown, so be it. Like he could be drafted to SmackDown, and he could, and even I'll say they should be drafted on SmackDown if he lost to Seth Rollins at the main event of WrestleMania. But if not, I think they should keep him around on Raw and keep Randy Orton on Smack. Even though I'd love to see another dream match with Randy Orton and CM Punk, for now I think they're both fine in their storylines with Randy Orton in the feud with Roman Reigns, and the same with CM Punk and Seth Rollins on Raw. Like I think they're making storyline sense, like of putting CM Punk on Raw, and then we have Randy Orton on SmackDown, and then because Randy Orton have unfinished business with Roman Reigns, and he wants to finish that business by getting his revenge on the Tribal Chief and Jimmy Uso and maybe even Solo Sikoa, even though he wasn't around. He was on NXT at the time when he got put on the shelf by the Bloodline. Well, in storyline, they put him on the shelf. But he got injured during the match. Like when he was teaming with Matt Riddle against Jimmy and Jay Uso for both the Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Championships at the time, making it into the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions. But anyways, I think the WWE did a really good job making it to that scenario, so we can have like a variety of everything and even some dream matches out of them too. Like Randy Orton gonna face Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble, and I don't think CM Punk's gonna enter this year's Royal Rumble. I think that he's. I think he's going. I mean, I don't think he's gonna. I mean, I would say. I mean, what I'm saying. I mean, I think he's gonna enter this year's Royal Rumble, and I think he's not gonna face Seth Rollins at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. He's gonna wait like 3 months later at WrestleMania, main event in the process. And Cody Rhodes should be, and I think this is the best way to give Cody Rhodes an opportunity. Like Rapana said, he's gonna be put him in the Elimination Chamber #1 contenders match, and if he can win, then he's gonna face the Tribal Chief, which I hope that happens. Like if he doesn't win the Royal Rumble, like we'll do an invitational, like three guys from SmackDown, 3 from Raw, like will be in the chamber. Cody Rhodes will be the last one in there, and he'll be the last one in there with a SmackDown wrestler. I don't know who it could be, but I know that he'll possibly win the Elimination Chamber #1 contenders match. Went on to go to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40, and finally finish the story. But what y'all think about this? I think this should happen. Let me know in the comments down below. Something that we didn't even got like in 6 years, like since 6 years in 2000 and since 2000 something that we didn't have since 2016. Not 16, 2018. 6 years ago in 2018. But yeah, what's your thoughts about this scenario as well? Let me know in the comments down below also about that as well. Up next, we got a released WWE superstar shares cryptic message after Raw. A released WWE superstar has shared a cryptic message following last night's episode of Raw. This week's edition of the Red Brand aired live from Cleveland, Ohio. CM Punk announced that he would be signing with the Red Brand and has confronted been confronted by World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins. The Visionary vowed to expose Punk as a fraud and wrestle circles around him if the two were to battle for the World Heavyweight Championship. Down the line, Punk also announced that he will be competing in the Royal Rumble match next month in Tampa. Next month in Tampa Bay, Florida. Cody Rhodes battled Shinsuke Nakamura in the main event, but the match had a controversial finish. Nakamura's bit missed in Cody Rhodes' eyes to end the match in a disqualification, and then brutally attacked the American Nightmare to close the show. Matt Riddle took to his Instagram story following last night's edition of WWE Raw to deliver a cryptic message. The original Bro was released by the company in September following an incident at John F. K. Airport in New York. Riddle shared an image with several of the male superstars that were released in September of 2023, with the date December 21st on the image. And there's the story post that he posted on his Instagram where it says the date and all, and shows all the wrestlers and their names on the top above the expiration date of their non-compete clause. And if you need more time, I'll recommend you guys to pause this video to look at it right here. But what's your thoughts of Matt Riddle showing this tweet on with those kind of wrestlers being free, and it even says free agent on the bottom? Did you see that too? My apologies about that too. And what do you think about these guys being free agents by this date, like in 9 days from now? Y'all let me know down in the comments below and what promotion they'll be signing with. It's been announced that Matt Riddle will take on Rob Van Dam in February, I believe, or was it March, at an upcoming independent wrestling show. And I think and then Matt Riddle faced Dolph Ziggler in another wrestling another independent wrestling show in 2024 as well, which I forget the date, but I heard from plenty of wrestling news on other fellow wrestling YouTubers, wrestling news videos as well. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments down below, like on where they're gonna sign, what about this cryptic message, cryptid cryptid story message from Matt, the original bro. We're gonna move on to some. We'll move on to the next news, and it is some Dominic Mysterio news. And we talked about that before. Former WWE super about a former WWE superstar takes a subtle jab, a subtle jab at Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio may have lost his NXT North American Championship at NXT Deadline last Saturday, but the WWE superstar has been knocking out of the pro the prove the prove the approval by Park, according to many of his competent his contemporaries. Chavo Guerrero recently praised Dominic Mysterio on Insight with Chris Van Vliet. The former ECW champion feels the young Mysterio is doing a fantastic job on television. However, it appears he is not particularly fond of how many wrestlers use the Guerrero family name, especially the Mysterios. His shoot promo made funds on made fun made not funds made promo made rounds on social media many months ago, while Chavo later admitted to simply pulling everyone's leg, and that there was no real beef at the time. There might have been some truth to it after all. Like may have some truth to it after all. He said, Dominic Mysterio is killing it. He's doing so good. He's far beyond where he should be as far as being good as well. It's pretty cool to see them doing all this stuff. And we talked about that before. You get a lot of people, especially because of Eddie and how moment how mental monumental is my apologies. I meant to say monumental is like cult following like he has, and how many people see how really great he is and was. You get a lot of people really trying to capitalize of capitalize off of the Guerrero name. In Eddie's name, you'll see it all the time. The former United States champion also added, and and any and anybody can do it. Dominic can do it, and Ray can do it, because of the history with them and stuff. Which is on the from like you can see it for yourself on the article on Sportskeeda's from Sportskeeda Wrestling from 47 to 36, 47-36 onwards. Chavo Guerrero has received considerable praise from several pro wrestlers uh, for his role as a wrestling con- consultant to new Hollywood movies. The Iron Claw, he also recently spoke confidently. Oh, your iPad? I forgot. I'm so sorry, Birdie Bird. Good afternoon. Excuse me for a second. Uh, Here you go. It works. It's fully charged. I charged it the whole night long. Meanwhile, Tiger considerably praise from several pro wrestlers for his role as a wrestling. Oh yeah, uh, the the Iron Claw, like he is a consultant to the new Hollywood movie, The Iron Claw. He also recently spoke can, candidly candidly like about CM Punk's return. But that you can see that on another article on Sportskeeda. But what's your thoughts about Chavo Guerrero and about the? What's your thoughts about Chavo Guerrero thinking about what how Dominic Mysterio has been doing and his praise and him praising him on killing it as this new heel gimmick, and about everybody else in the Mysterio family, like they have that special talent, and he has no beef with what they say about Eddie Guerrero. Like with rather being more, it's rather more paying tribute to the Latino Heat rather than taking aim at him. But which that's where he takes disrespect at. If if you take aim at his late great father, I mean not great father, his late great uncle, I should say. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. And we got some more news. It's John Cena and four other wrestlers like who attended the Iron Claw premiere. And it says right here, at the recent premiere of A24's new film, The Iron Claw, John Cena and four other wrestlers were spotted in attendance. For those unfamiliar, the Iron Claw delves into the true story of fa- the famed Von Erich family and Von Erich family of professional wrestlers and explores the infamous clan's curse. The movie is the collaboration between A24 and individuals such as Tessa Ross, Juliet, Tessa Ross, and Juliet Howell, like Angus, like like, Ang, Angus Lamont from House Production and and ri- and writer like production and writer like and director like Sean Durkin and what else like several wrestling wrestling stars were invited to the premiere. Let's take a look at five wrestlers who attended the premiere of the Iron Claw movie. But I don't know where are these five wrestlers. I'm trying to see where I can start at so I can look. But what are your thoughts on John Cena and these other four wrestlers making attendance on the movie premiere of the Iron Claw? But yeah, y'all let me know down in the comments below. Which hopefully I can find it like very soon. But we're gonna move on, I guess, to the next wrestling news. Up next, next up we got and we're gonna talk about the WWE give away a major clue on CM Punk's first match on Raw, exploring the potential. And it says right here, ever since CM Punk returned to WWE last month, fans have been in has been on the edge of their seats to see him compete in the squared circle. It looks like they will finally get their wish fulfilled as CM Punk is set to wrestle his first match in the Stanford-based company in over a decade. The straight edge superstar is currently riding on the edge of the lightning bolt. Therefore, WWE has been in no hurry to to the herald the hero the herald his first feud on the roster. Punk has been unfolding the layers of his comeback story, step by step every week. With him signing with Monday Night Raw this week, it seems WWE has decided to shift gears. Like the Second City Saint to is set to wrestle against Dominic Mysterio at a live event on December 30th, 2023, as part of the WWE's live holiday tour at the Kia Forum Kia For, Forum Kia Forum Arena in Inglewood, California. And what's your thoughts about that? Like if these reports are true, what's your thoughts about seeing CM Punk taking on Dominic Mysterio? And would you like to see that like in the Kia Forum Arena? Y'all let me know down in the comments below. And do you think it will be a really good match and it will be a very fun experience for the holiday tour? Like for those that are gonna be watching, hopefully y'all have a great time on December 30th, which I believe that's the same day when AEW's pay-per-view World's End is gonna be airing on that exact day. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below. And it sounds very interesting. Like this is gonna be his first match, like overall, and this is gonna be his first and only match with WWE. Like, because he never got to wrestle, and this will be his match in nearly a decade. Let's move on to the next wrestling news, and then that's as asked Triple H, "Let's talk," with former champion wants to join Rey Mysterio in WWE. Rey Mysterio's former friend turned rival in WWE wants to join him in the Latino World Order. Moreover, he is interested in signing a deal with the Stanford-based promotion. The the wrestling world saw Carlito aligned with the LWO, or the Latino World Order, the full proper name of the faction, in 2023 when asked whether Chavo Guerrero would resurface on WWE television to join the faction. The latter simply said it is up to the management to rehire him. He said, while during an interview for rumor and in window innuendo to promote his new Hollywood movie in the Iron Claw. Chavo Guerrero didn't rule out the possibility of stepping back inside the squared circle for the global juggernaut. He named dropped Triple H, implying that it could happen if the company the comp of the company if the company WWE's CCO wants to. He said, "Wait, they don't have anything for him to say on the interview." Oh, there it is. He said, I get that. I get that a lot, Chavo. Uh, Chavo on in potential return to WWE. Actually, lately I've been getting that every time. Uh, we're we're talking about wrestling wrestling in the interview I'm doing. People are like, "Wow, like, are you not like doing stuff like with them? Wow." Excuse me, my bad. I'm getting interviewed. People like, "Why are you not like doing stuff with them? Why are you not back there? Really? It's just ask Triple H. Let's talk." Like, we're just from this article. This interview's from Sportskeeda's article of 1908 to 1926. Like, Rey Mysterio is currently on hiatus on like owing to an injury. He did he did make a he did make a public appearance to promote his new Cartoon Network series, and yeah, make sure you check that out, which I talked about in the wrestling news like a week ago. Which I still cannot believe that Rey Mysterio is going to have his own cartoon on Cartoon Network. And also adding onto this list, we got the possibilities of Santos Escobar versus Rey Mysterio reported is is in the works for a future WWE event, with several rumors online have indicated that the former Latino World Order stablemates would face each other at one of the premium live events on the road to WrestleMania. While the show of shows like itself is not out of question, it really depends on when the luchador legend is able to get back in the ring, as he is currently out of action due to an injury. There are there were also reports on potential faction warfare, like between Rey Mysterio and a new teammate and a new team formed by Santos Escobar. As of this writing, the latter is looking to contend for the United States Championship. He has also at he had he advanced to the semifinals where he takes on Bobby Lashley. And then it also says, will Chavo return to team up or go against Rey Mysterio as as a Latino World Order angle is im, like imminent sounds off. Oh yeah, like is it like angle is imminent? But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all be the judge of that in the comments down below. Do you think that Chavo Guerrero should join the Latino World or the Rey Mysterio side, or is that or Santos Escobar side? And do you think Santos Escobar and Rey Mysterio should face off at WrestleMania? If you ask me, I'll say if they're building to that, I would not mind it. I would not rule that out. And I think this will be a horrible decision, but I think Rey Mysterio should win to get some revenge on Santos Escobar, especially if he's not going to be retiring. I think that he should win this match and get some revenge onto the storyline side. And if he's going to put him over, just do it on the next pay per view. Like that's my opinion on the matter, and I think I'm gonna get some controversial comments in the comments for saying this. But hey, this is my opinion, my decision, my video, my podcast. Like I can talk about anything, whatever I want. So yeah, go be it. Like if you're gonna be hating in the comments, go and do that. Like see if I care. Okay, finally it says incredibly proud of the Zac Efron for an outstanding performance in A24's Iron Claw. Thank you for doing the work to help introduce a new audience to one of our industry's most important families. See it in the theaters December 22nd. A couple weeks, yeah, like a couple weeks from now, I should say, or or nearly a week from now. The 16-time world champion also encouraged everyone to visit theaters on December 22nd, like 2023, like as the movie is scheduled for its theatrical release. But yeah, it said not only John Cena attended the premiere, but MJF also made an appearance, notable like appearance to an unexpected image of the AEW World Champion John Cena together from seemingly out of nowhere has stirred up a storm on the internet. Witnessing MJF and John Cena in the same picture in 2023 was something nobody anticipated. Like a video also circulated on the internet, where both John Cena and the 27-year-old star were involved in some sort of discussion after talking after or taking a picture together. And it said however, many fans also trolled the picture of MJF and the leader of C Nation, or the C Nation leader, due to Cena catchphrase, "You can't see me," like questioning why the AEW star was standing alongside, or along under the red carpet. And number one, it's CJ Perry, Liv Morgan, CJ Perry, Liv Morgan, and even Baron Corbin also spotted spotted too. I say thank you, John Cena, for teaching me so much about wrestling, the business, and storytelling while I was in WWE. Ongoing seeing, like on seeing the Iron Claw movie, like of A24, like hashtag never give up. In addition to the appearance of the multi-time world champion and MJF, a currently like an AEW star, like also another current AEW star, CJ Perry, was also known as Lana, also graced the red carpet alongside Liv Morgan and Baron Corbin at the movie premiere. Not only this, but Perry also shared her to reaction in the post on her social media platform, after watching the epic film. Looking who just challenged Randy Orton here, what what that means, I don't know. But what are your thoughts about the likes of John Cena, MJF, Baron Corbin, and Liv Morgan and John Cena, Liv Morgan, CJ Perry, formerly known as Lana, Baron Corbin, and MJF being there at the same time for the movie premiere and seeing the Iron Claw movie. Let me know in the comments down below. That's crazy. I thought I'd never see MJF with in the same red carpet with the leader of the C Nation. And we got some more, but yeah, we got some Triple H news is an unsafe booker, bro, gets disrespected all the time. WWE Universe reacts to three-time champions current run, I should say. Tri- Triple H's new WWE regime has delivered when it comes to shows and events that take place throughout the year. However, fans have recently reacted to the former three-time champion's current run that appeared during a recent backstage segment on Monday Night Raw earlier this year. Ricochet had a high-profile feud with Logan Paul. The that ended at WWE SummerSlam 2023. However, the former North American champion hasn't been used to effectively under hasn't affected effective haven't effectively used effectively under Triple H's regime over the past few months, and fans have started to notice it. On the latest episode of Raw, he was seen during a backstage segment with Kofi Kingston, CM Punk, Kofi Kingston, and Chad Gable. Recently, fans took a poll on whether Ricochet will ever win the World Championship. Most fans deny it, and several spoke about his recent run on the Red brand over the past few months. And there's a few of the posts right here. And if you need more time, I'll recommend you to pause this video of seeing it. Here's some of the tweets that they said. And what's your thoughts? Do you think he'll ever be a world champion in WWE, or is he going to be just going to be like a stuck in the mid card scene and perhaps a jobber onto his run in WWE, which I don't think he's going to be a job, especially in Triple H's new regime. I just think he's going to hardly win any matches because there's so many much other stars. So I don't think that he would be getting that much wins and get that much title opportunities for that simple fact. I mean, that's very unfortunate. But let's move on to the next wrestling news, and that is three non-WWE superstars whom CM Punk mentioned on live television. Despite making his surprise return to WWE last month, fans are still shocked to see CM Punk back in the company. The Second City Saint has came back to the company in the best of moods, as he has looked to thank the fans as well as mend the many fences like he broke when he left World Wrestling Entertainment in 2014. Ever since saying the like ever since in doing ever since I mean everyone to say like and do like what he wants on live TV. CM Punk has popped the fans in recent weeks by mentioning some legendary names, with some of those names also not being part of the company anymore. Join us as we take a look at the three top non-WWE stars that CM Punk recently name dropped on live TV. Number three, CM Punk's WWE hero, like most WWE superstars, on the roster. CM Punk grew up as a huge pro wrestling fan with the stars of years gone by, like serving as his inspiration for wanting to get into the ring. He says one name for whom Punk has made his admiration clear is Bret the Hitman Hart. Over the years, with both his in ring attire and his man, man wrestling maneuvers. Wrestling maneuvers. CM Punk has looked to honor the Hall of Famer, the WWE Hall of Famer, whenever he can. The past weekend at NXT Deadline, CM Punk made a surprise appearance as he shared the ring with with Hart's most iconic rival, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. Like during this segment, Punk paid tribute to to HBK's former foe by a wearing a heart themed hoodie and mentioning Brett and Sean uh, historic rivalry. Punk's respect for Brett is recipro, pro, 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 reciprocated as the Hitman, like praised the recently returned WWE star while speaking to Inside the Ropes and said, "I think my all-time favorite wrestler on the last last 20 years since I retired. Like I think I think I think it would be CM Punk. I thought he was the closest to me that I can think of a guy that was in the an innovator. He thought of new stuff. He had fresh ideas. He from what I understand, like he was always safe, always a pro in the ring. Number three, multi-time women's champion. Like last night on Raw, aired from the city of Cleveland, Ohio. Over the years, the city was not been the kindest to CM Punk and also The Miz as well. With it being the place he walked out of from from in 2014, as well as the site of the arena in which he made his final UFC appearance. Another big moment of CM Punk's professional career took place in Cleveland as he made his debut in the very same arena that Raw was in last night. Yes, it's dead. No, it's good. Here you go. Be careful not to push the power button. You push the power button. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. The Second City Saints first match in WWE took place in a dark match during an episode of Sunday Night Heat where he took on Rob vaguely in 2005. During this match, Punk was joined ringside by a future legend of the business, Mickey James. At the beginning of his promo on Raw yesterday, CM Punk not only spoke about that first match but also name drop Mickey James live on the show, which I brought up plenty of times, and even referenced that they used to be part of the new Ravens flock on either Ring of Honor or TNA. And number one, we have CM Punk's best friend. While the latter stages of his first run in World Wrestling Entertainment may not. Be careful not to put your hands on that car. But anyways, let's go. The stage the world may not have been the best of CM Punk's personally. One bright spark was him meeting the love of his life, AJ Lee, the former Divas champion, and CM Punk tied the knot in 2014. While this was undoubtedly a happy moment for them, it was also soared after he received his termination papers from WWE on the same day he got married. AJ has not wrestled since 2015, with her now seemingly retired, despite the fact that she hasn't competed for almost a decade. Fans are determined to see her back for one more match. Speaking to WFANs, or should I say W fans, Moose and Maggie, in 2021, Punk was asked about his wife's potential return to the ring. He said, "I would love to see it." Punk said, I ask that question every single time I do an interview, I love it. I absolutely love it. I don't think she wants to do it because she's a teeny person, and she has a bad neck. I think the shelf life for females in wrestling a full schedule is a lot shorter. It's a lot smaller than men, and I think she's so focused on what she's doing now, like writing screenplays. She's working on a million different projects, being pulled in so many directions. I think she would probably maybe be receptive to the idea of coming back, but that can even either about it could be vocabulary right now. During his return promo on Raw 2 weeks ago, CM Punk satisfied many AJ fans as he mentioned her named on the show, stating that she sends her regards. What's your thoughts about CM Punk's having friends like about his top 3 friends that he mentioned that's no longer in WWE? Sound off in the comments down below. Mm-hmm.
Call when you need any help. Police car. Call when a fire breaks out. Fire truck. Call for the hospital. Ambulance. Flies high in the sky.
Okay, we're going to end this video with some Liv Morgan news now, as she shares humbling life update during WWE hiatus. Liv Morgan has shared a humbling life update while on hiatus from WWE. Morgan has, Morgan has not competed in a match since the July 17th edition of Raw. She and Raquel Rodriguez dropped the Women's Tag Team Championship to Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green, and then Morgan went on a hiatus from the company. The 29-year-old recently was also I see. But anyways, yeah, let me more like cat like the 29-year-old recently was cast in. Are you okay? Like was filmed in the Kill Room, starring Uma Thurman and Samuel L. Jackson. The film was released earlier this year on September 29th, which they just said a couple months ago, not earlier this year. To mix reviews. Treyu. I don't know. Okay. Why just interrupt me? What do you want to do? The mini golf? Okay. I'll be right back. Okay. But is that to mix a review? Like WWE shared an interview with Liv Morgan while she was on set. She revealed that she is hoping to do more acting work in the future. Morgan was spotted on the red carpet at the red carpet of the Iron Claw premiere this week, but had a much more humbling life experience before the event. She took to Instagram to share a video of her shoveling shoveling feces before the premiere, and noting that she was keeping it humble. She said she have it on the caption saying, keeping it humble before Iron Claw premiere. She wrote on Instagram, and there's the image of her. Give you about 10 seconds to look at the image. And if you need more time, I recommend you to pause this video to do so. But what y'all think about this post on Liv Morgan? Y'all let me know down in the comments below. And also, that was what I'm saying, like that was your list of the wildest wrestling. 1 second, Treyu. I'm almost done, as you can see right now, Treyu. Anyways, that was my list of the wildest wrestling news, stories, and rumors that you SNA fans need to know from the Sportskeeda article of in December of 2020, December 12th, 2023. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. And which one was your favorite on this list? And if you do have your a favorite onto this list, please leave that in the comments down below. And if you're enjoying this video, make sure you hit the huge thumbs up button, comment down below, subscribe, click the bell notification so you can be the first one to be uploaded. Be the first one to be notified when I upload my latest videos. Which I'm gonna do later on. I'm gonna be doing my NXT review, which will be part 18, episode 172. Which we'll be talking about what went down on NXT, which there's gonna be so much to talk about, about the Iron Survivor winners, Blair Davenport and Trick Williams, and who attacked Trick Williams, and then more from Chase, more speeches about Andre Chase, and so much more, and the other feuds as well. Make sure you stay tuned for that. I've been your host, Super Ninja Austin, on this 171st episode of the SNA podcast, which is the Wrestling News Part 64. And I'll see you all on the next video. Until we see each other again, Super Ninja Austin, the Assassin, out. Hope you all have a great Tuesday evening, and I'll see you there. Bye-bye, my SNA fans.